Hello, hello everyone. My name is Monica Ristogi from WoBright team, and today we have a very dynamic and very charming personality with us, Smita Vikhankar. She is a certified and experienced life coach counselor and the founder of Yarn Alchemy Solutions Pune. Smita, thank you so much for joining us and a very warm welcome, on our WoBright conversation. I'm so excited and so honored to have you here.
Thank you,
Smita,
Monica.
thank you so much. And so, Smita, throughout your professional and personal, journey, I've seen you have impacted the lives of so many people. You have made a difference in the lives of so many people. So, please, Smita, tell our viewers, your stint as an entrepreneur, in few words.
Yeah, so as an entrepreneur, it has been in two phases. The first one was when I just passed out from my college, So I had my own institute, own freelance software development, but it was in a very small place. But that was also very eventful, where I used to teach computer languages and develop software for PWD department. After that, I pursued my education, completed my post graduation and MTech, and then entered the corporate world. I was in corporate world for almost 25 years, and then again I jumped into entrepreneurial journey, because that always was there in my head, that some I want something of my own. In this entire journey, yes, I have been very close to students,
Okay.
making a difference to the lives of the students. Earlier it was through trainings, and now it is through giving them the right path, suggesting them right career, so that they get clarity on of what they want to do in their lives. So
Okay.
that's my entrepreneurial journey.
Okay, so can you tell us a bit about Yarn Alchemy Solutions? Like, what are they into, and what kind of work your organization is doing?
Sure. So Yarn Alchemy Solutions mainly conducts online psychometric tests. These psychometric tests are scientifically developed, very well established, and these tests give or recommend the right career choices. It could be in the engineering branches or commerce branches, or what are the top three careers for a child, which is the right stream for the child. And we also have online personality tests along with wonderful reports. All these tests come with wonderful reports. And then I have all certified career counselors on board, who then conduct online sessions with the students, one-to-one sessions, to give them a narrowed down choice, so they can exactly figure out what they want to pursue in their life. So that's what we provide through Yarn Career Solutions.
That's a much needed, thing which today's
Yes.
students, today's, child they needs, because they are confused because there are so many career avenues in front of them. Okay, Smita. So
Correct.
what is your, favorite aspect of being an entrepreneur?
Oh, there are two things. One is, of course, you own the baby
Hmm.
end to end. Your decisions are your decisions. Success is yours, failures is yours. Okay, so that's something that I really love about it. And second is the opportunity that you get to make an impact on the customer. So as an entrepreneur, when a customer calls and says, "Oh my God, we are so glad that our student came to you for counseling. We are glad that we got this counseling done from you." So at the end of the day, when you get that satisfaction, so customer satisfaction and owning the baby, I think these are the two aspects of entrepreneurial journey that I love the most.
And continuing with that, what is your, most satisfying moment, which you experience in day to day, when you are handling your organization or your business? So, what is the most satisfying moment?
One is, of course, like I said, when parents they come and say, "Good, we came to you. Good
Oh,
that we chose this moment to come to you." So that is definitely one moment. And second is, as the journey is growing, we are also growing. I have counseled students from Canada, US, Dubai, Oman. So it's not limited to a city in India. In fact, we are counseling students globally, and the problems and the confusion of careers is global across the world.
yeah.
So helping the students in that phase, especially the 10th, 11th, 12th standard, where they're so confused, Being able to give them the path, I think that's and that happens so frequently. It's not like one moment once in a lifetime, it keeps on happening, and that's what we strive for.
So, like how does your entrepreneurial stint affected your family life? Like, were you able to manage the balance, or you had difficulty?
No, thankfully, I started this much later in my life after my corporate life had ended.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like planned phase of my life, where my kids have grown up, they are independent now, and there's not much liability on me from time perspective, also economical perspective. So I have my own time, I have my own freedom, so I don't think I need much of struggling. So that's a
You had
fortunate
that
time in that phase of
support.
life.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So, Smita, who's your greatest inspiration in life?
I wouldn't say one. There are many that you pick up things from, but I would definitely like to mention Mr. Shirish Devdar and Mr. Madhukar Bhatia and Mr. Hemant Joshi. These are three people who had founded In Reality Solutions, which got acquired and became a big company. And then, of course, these three people again started new companies. But the way they managed their firm and
Okay.
still being down to earth, managing people, being people centric, and still scaling their firm. So that was something that is really, really something one should emulate for. So for me, I think I'm really, really inspired by three of them. And of course, you pick up things from many other entrepreneurs as you read a
The
lot, as you
journey.
see people. Yes.
Yeah. Smita, I'm just curious to know that, if you have the chance to start your career again, so what is that one thing which you'll do differently now?
Yeah, Monica, see, I think I have had the liberty and the fortune of being able to take the choices that were best at that time. I don't regret any of my choices. Okay, so if I have to go back, probably if the same things happen, I might probably leave the same journey.
Hmm.
So I have enjoyed corporate life, I've enjoyed entrepreneurial journey, I have balanced my family, I have well grown human beings as my children. So in that way, I think no, I don't think I would change anything, even from career perspective.
Your perspective. Okay, so
Yeah.
like every entrepreneur has highs and lows, everybody goes through a bad phase, their worst times, the pressure situations. So, how do you push yourself through, such pressure situations? What keeps you going through the tough times, in your professional career?
Yeah, so I think this also comes with age, probably. But I have learned to be very focused, take some long, deep breaths, pause a little. Not all days are going to be the same. Okay. But at the same time, you have to reflect on what went wrong. You have to definitely come back and introspect and reflect and make some corrections. Failures are bound to be happen. Okay, you have to take your team in confidence. You have to always keep on motivating them. So these are the things that you keep on doing. So those are going to be there. That cannot be denied. So you cannot go in a denial mode and say, "How can this happen?" It's going to happen. Accept it and move on from there. And just make corrections. That's how I
Positive
deal with it.
attitude, you have to keep perseverance. This is going
Yes,
to help the students also if you apply the same thing. This applies to
correct,
everyone, being positive.
correct.
Okay,
Yes.
Smita, so, if you were to write a book about yourself, what would you name it?
Mhm. Yeah, I would call it well played.
Well played. Wow, good one.
Yeah, I have, yeah, like I told you, whatever the situation that came, I have been trying to make the right things possible. Of course, you cannot be right all the time, but given that moment, being present in that moment, doing whatever is right at that time, is what you can do the best. And till now, I think I have done that. So I will call it well played.
I think you should definitely think about, writing a book now. The title is very, very
Yeah.
captivating. Okay, Smita, what are you, if there is one thing you're so passionate about it that, you will do it for free. Like everybody has that one passion that, we do it for free, like no commercialization and nothing.
Yeah, making a difference to people's lives is something that's very important to me. I have been very active in Rotary International, which is the largest NGO.
Yeah, it is.
So through Rotary also we have been doing any small project comes in and we just don't look left and right. It could be voluntary hours, it could be volunteering some money. It just comes out so naturally, you know. So I'm very passionate about helping the needy where there is a real need. Go and help. Be kind to people. One is it's very important. Not everybody has the same luxury. Not everybody as fortunate as us. So be kind, being kind to people, being giving all the time. See, God has given us so much, so let's try to give. And like I said, children are the one thing that I'm really passionate about. So if you see my projects also, that whenever I get close to some projects or some projects that I choose are always somehow related to students or children, you know. So that is one part is I think I'm very passionate about. Yeah.
So you are also, playing the role of a social entrepreneur, being a part of Rotary and, helping children.
Yes.
Wow, very nice. Smita, what is your big whys? Is there something which you keep pondering over that, the big why in your life?
The why is I want to be remembered as a woman who was of substance and a kind woman. People remember me very fondly. Okay, so when they think of me, oh, she was so kind, she was, and they think a smile should appear on their face when think of me when I'm gone. So that's the legend I would like to leave behind. So that's the why I'm living for.
Good. Smita, what do you stand for? Like, what are your values in life, which has helped you in steering, through your entrepreneur stint? Everybody has some core values in their life, which help them, to take the path of, hardships, failure, success, handle everything.
Yeah. So one is definitely honesty. For me, it has been very important. Sometimes I've got into trouble. Sometimes you get into a lot of debates because of it. But that has been my core value. I cannot compromise that, unfortunately. Another is hard work and perseverance. I don't like to give up. So yeah, of course there'll be lows and there'll be phases where I'm just not doing anything, but I will eventually rise. So that has been my core value. You have to rise back, you have to be confident, and you cannot just say nothing is happening, I'm not working on it. So rising back and being very honest about my work is something that is very important to me.
And that's the same values you try to inculcate, when students approach you, when
Yes.
in counseling. Any
Yes.
last few words or tips for, like young entrepreneurs or, girls out there, some inspiring last words from your.
Yeah. In fact, the young generation is so dynamic, Monica. There's so much fire in the belly. If you talk to the young generation, the percentage of young people who want to start something of their own is much more than it was in my times. We were more job focused, but current generation is more of entrepreneur. But my one suggestion to this generation would be, it's definitely good that you're looking for giving employment, starting something of your own, but don't miss out on working hard. Don't miss out on taking the experience from life. Maybe a couple of years of experience of working with someone, because it teaches you a lot. So
Yes.
a combination of that, maybe a few years, or it could be in parallel of what you want to do. But having that experience helps a lot. And a lot of skills are not taught to us in school. Especially the financial literacy is not taught. uh, Social work is not taught. So I
Yes.
would say, even as an entrepreneur, being very social, understanding what the society needs and being kind towards the society, and being financial literate is very important. Otherwise, I've seen a lot of entrepreneurs who are so passionate, very talented, but because they didn't know finance, they fail.
Yeah.
Even I had, being a technical person, I had to learn a lot of nitty-gritties about finance. So I think these would be my suggestions. Before you start on your entrepreneurial journey, get these basics right, would be my recommendation.
Hmm. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, for so many learnings for our young generation. Obviously, we can have only this much in the limited time, but thank you for, coming here and sharing your experience. And, we look forward to having you again, in conversation with Go Bright. And to all our viewers, if you do not want to miss the exciting launch edition of Go Bright, so, please see on the screen and click on the link www.bit.ly/Wobra and book your copies now. And, I'm sure after hearing Smita and after reading the awesome entrepreneurial journeys of, successful women entrepreneurs and women professionals, you would also like to get associated with us. So we are now inviting stories for our December issue. So the link or the form is on your screen, and you can contact us for paid collaboration on www.bit.ly/paid collaborations. And for other submissions, you can click on www.bit.ly/Wobright submissions. So that's all from us now. Thank you, Smita. Thank you so much. Keep inspiring, keep aspiring. A goodbye, and take care from Wobright team. Thank you, Smita.
Thank you, Monica.